Hmm? What? Did you say something? Huh? What's up, YouTube? What's going on? Jetthro here. This is another night dive. Hello. Hi. Day 24 of a 100-day challenge, and I'm in it. I'm here. Jon Stewart, the infamous Jonathan Stewart, one of my favorite comedians, talk show hosts, whatever, political persons, pundits, I don't know, whatever you want to call him or say or whatever. He was once quoted as saying, if you don't do your habits when things are difficult, then they're not your habits, they're your hobbies. Something like that. I'd have to look it up again, but it's something like that. I'm waking up in like 2 hours, or really like 2 or 3 hours, to fly to Salt Lake City, Utah, with my daughter to go see some family, and run part of an ultra marathon with a buddy of mine. Ty, you'll probably see this. Hello. Hi. Yeah, and we'll be gone for a week. It's going to be exciting. A lot of emotions with that. My wife has not been away from our daughter, for this amount of time ever. So trying to unpack some of that, and just trying to. Yeah, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be fun. It's going to be life. It's going to be living. It's going to be actually living, not this work bullshit where I'm stuck, like sitting behind a desk most of my day and working for someone else and doing something for someone else. It's finally some time that I get to do what I want to do, and I want to have my mom see my daughter and my dad see my daughter. It's been 2 years, really, since they've seen her. So yeah. Screw you, capitalism. I'm going to do what I want. So anyway, the topic at hand today is a little bit of what I was just talking about, but I want to recap. Today feels like a good day and time to recap. Kind of everything I've talked about. More so, I just want to explain or just get out the words to how I've felt about this whole process so far, and just kind of this whole thing that I'm doing, this whole, night diving and documentation and, the journaling and stuff. I just want to talk out the improvements, or just the feelings, or just the things that I've noticed change in the past 24 days. And so, yeah, I'm just going to talk about that. But first, let's do a quick gratitude. Let's do a mantra, and then we'll dive into it. I'm really grateful that we're in a place. America has a lot of problems, a lot of things that I view as incorrect or wrong or awful, and just a lot of those kind of things. But I am really simultaneously, two things can be true at once. I can be grateful for the place I live in and also be critical of it at the same time. And that's essentially where I'm at. I'm really grateful that I can just hop on a plane and fly to anywhere in the country, and no one can tell me no. No one can say, don't, you can't do that. I'm really grateful that I can just I can just pick up and move anywhere I want. I mean, I have to have the funds and finances, of course, but no one can tell me no. No one can say, like, you and your daughter you can't move. You and your family can't move. You can't do that. You can't go to that section. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I guess I don't know of many countries that do limit that, but I'm sure there's I'm sure there are some. I'm just really grateful to be here. Mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. I think is a Buddhist saying. Look, I think this will play into, or like help me transition into the topic. But, what I'm doing it is really difficult, at least from my perspective. Being disciplined and showing up every day, as I'm doing. Being consistent and doing something every single day. Again, is in my mind, in my view, it's the most difficult thing you can do as a human being. And so me saying this out loud essentially just gives it the respect and the air and the breath that it needs. I think it helps me internalize it more that what I'm doing is challenging and hard, and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be a challenge. And that's okay. Okay, I'm going to recap. And what I mean by that is the past 24 days it's been pretty illuminating for me. But simultaneously, it feels like such a minor shift. But what I mean by that is I feel like I am able to connect things better in my mind when I'm talking or when I'm like trying to tell someone something. And I know I said this in a previous stream, maybe once or maybe twice at this point, but I can really feel myself when I start to go off on a tangent, or when I start to like say something that is not really on the topic at hand. I can essentially, at a much better rate, or just in a much better way than before, I can still go on the tangent and come back to the topic that I left, essentially. And not every time, but in the past, I mean, who knows where my mind would go. I would be off on 15 different things, doing just completely scattered. And like it's fine. That's fine. There's not an incorrect way to live. I just don't want to live that way. Knowing that there's a different side, knowing that there is this aspect of it. Almost, I haven't really had this experience. Maybe I have and I just didn't notice, but it's almost the same thing as like walking into a room and you're like, what the fuck did I come in here for? And then immediately remembering. It's almost kind of like that. Whereas, in the past, it'd be like, I'd walk into the room like, why am I here? And then I'd be like, well, 5 minutes later, I guess I may as well leave with something completely different than what I walked into the room for in the first place. So it's things like that that I've noticed feel so much better. Or just, I guess not better. It's more I'm just noticing that that's what's happening. And so that feels pretty good. That feels nice. The The other thing I've noticed, I guess, is, I mean, I'm still showing up every day. And I'm still doing this every day. Half of the days, at least, I'm like, God, I gotta fucking get on the thing. And I gotta do it. It's gonna take 20 minutes. I gotta adjust my computer. I gotta do this and that and this and that. And I gotta get it set up and blah, 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 blah. And I gotta do it at least, if not 18 of the days. Somewhere between 12 and 18 of the days. It's been like that. And the other half is like, let me hop on. I need to get some things out of my head. But I'm still showing up. I'm still here. I'm still doing it. I do feel a little bit of a sense of pride in that. I do, but it's not where like I want it to be. Like I guess I don't know exactly where I want it to be, but it's not what I'm feeling right now. I still feel like I'm just like unaccomplished, and I know the challenge isn't done. I know I'm like a quarter of the way there, but I just feel like at this point I would have felt a little bit more pride for myself. And that just might be my brain just beating myself up and just not being happy with where I'm at versus where I was before, but I just almost wish I don't know. I guess I don't know what I want, except that I know I don't feel satisfied yet. And I just thought I would by this point. I thought I would more than I do now by this point. But that's just another feeling I've been having, and that's just something that, as I continue to show up and continue to do this, I'm sure will build more over time. And I just got to learn better how to be happier with where I'm at, and really like compare and contrast where I'm at now versus where I was in the past. That's the other thing. So yeah, I mean, that's I don't know, that's kind of essentially it. I mean, again, I gotta wake up in like 3 hours max. And so, I might just, part of me just wants to stay up. Like, you ever had those like early flights and you're like, I'd rather just stay up and make sure I don't miss the flight. Like that's kind of where I'm at. But I mean, the amount of sleep that I have been getting has been really, really low. And so I know if I just skip a night and just sleep on the plane, I'm going to be a fucking wreck. So I need to get some, and then just hope that I've set enough alarms to wake me up. I'm going to set like 30 of them. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. I'm trying to think. It feels like there's something else I did want to talk about. And, I'm not perfect. I can't remember, or I can't, like, bring everything full circle, but it feels like there's something else I wanted to talk about. So this feels a little ironic, but what was it? I'm gonna run this race. Part of it, I'm gonna pace for my friend. I think it's only like 7 miles. And we'll see if I'm even needed, honestly. I kind of hope, Ty, you're probably gonna be seeing this. I kind of hope you don't need me, and that in the sense that like I want to be there and I want to run. I'm not trying to like not run because I want to, But more so, I kind of hope you don't need me in the sense that you're just fucking crushing, dude. Like, you're just cruising and you're just locked in and you're just, like, going. I hope you finish with a time that you're happy. I'm sure you will. Well, yeah, I'm sure you will. You have a lot of high standards, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, I just, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for all of it. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be actually living life for once, and it's gonna be good. But yeah, I'm gonna bounce out of here. Oh, you know what? I think I do remember. So the next streams that I'm going to be doing, see, I guess I really am going to bring this back full circle because at the beginning I mentioned that Jon Stewart quote or saying or whatever he said. The next week, I'm not going to have this set up at all. And I haven't been able to test whether I can live stream from my phone. I know I can, but I just don't know how to do it. And so that's going to be tough. And then just the setting in which I'm going to be at tomorrow and Friday, it's going to make it hard for me to have like private time. So the reason I brought that Jon Stewart, I brought it back, is because, if I don't do this habit or this thing that I'm trying to do, when it gets difficult, is it actually built in as a habit or am I just doing it for fun? That's kind of the line that I'm trying to figure out or distinguish or whatever. But I mean, I gotta show up. I gotta figure it out. And even if I just jump on for 2 minutes and say, hey, I figured it out, that's probably going to be good enough. So I'm going to work through that, but fuck it. I'm here for the long run. Let's fucking go. I'm going to do this for 1,000 straight days. Fuck 100. I'm going to do it for 1,000. Oh, my impulse brain. That's fun. That's all it wants. These big lofty goals, and it wants them right now without having to do any hard work to get there. Just, you could do 1,000 days, dude. Do it right now. Do it right now. You can run 100 miles. Just go put your shoes on. Let's go. Fucking asshole brain. Okay, I'm going to go. Much love to you guys. For real. Stay safe. Be safe. Yeah, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Much love. Have a good night. Namaste.